stuff. Katie plays stuff.
Hey, I'm Katie, and this is Katie Plays Stuff, where I play stuff for you. And today, we're starting a new game called Conway, Disappearance at Dahlia View. So this game came out last month in November, and I was so lucky enough to get a Steam code in my email. So I'm really excited to play this for you guys. It looks definitely up our alley. I think it's a detective game as far as I know. Let me read the bio. Let me read it. So it says, sometimes it takes a nightmare to wake a place like Dahlia View, lead the investigation into a missing child, and discover the dark secret of Dahlia View in this story-driven observational thriller from the creators of The Occupation and Ether 1. The Occupation I haven't played, but I definitely can remember it in my head. I feel like maybe I watched somebody play it on YouTube a long time ago. And then Ether 1 was actually a game that I was super intrigued by that I tried to play back in the day when I first started my channel and I was still recording on a little laptop. And it just was too big of a game to run on my laptop. Like, it was just so fucking laggy. So I don't know if today is going to be laggy or if we're actually going to be able to do this. Oh, look at Cuba's little head. I'm really excited. I think that this sounds super fucking cool and definitely up our alley. So let's get started. Homes across the nation await the king's speech in this... Okay, Christmas Eve 1940, 140 miles away. Await the king's speech in this, our darkest hour. This game looks fucking awesome. I love the graphics. I hope the actual gameplay is with these graphics because I really, really like it.
Jenny? Come on. You're going to miss it.
Tell them to start without me. I need to check on Marie.
She'll be fine.
Oh
You don't
my
need
God.
to check on her every 5 minutes.
Yes, you do!
Come on, it's starting.
Okay, you're right.
These people let a grown-ass person into this house without even noticing? Oh my God. And this person knew where the baby was. Like, didn't even have to look around the house, like went straight to the baby's room. That's suspicious. June 22nd, 1954. Alright, I'm already figuring it out. It's someone that the family knows, okay? I'm putting it down right here.
For the best part of my later years, I worked as a private investigator. I'd seen many a terrible case. Sadly, most of them unresolved. But in 1954, something terrible and far closer to home happened that I could not avoid. And it happened right here, in Dahlia View. The police are here. What on earth is all the commotion?
Oh, okay. So, Conway is a person. I didn't know what Conway was. So I guess this is Conway, and he has a wheelchair.
Now, where's my camera? I need to see what's going on outside my window.
Conway's flat. Okay, so we are using the keyboard for this one. I cannot find the little cord I need for my controller. If I can find it, hopefully I'll be able to use it, because I'm so much better with the controller. But let's see how we can move. Oh, we wheeling. We going. This might be a little clunky, guys, but we'll do it. We'll do it. We can back it up and everything. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Alright, so I can look at this table here. Got a camera. I just want to see if there's anything else I could click on from here.
Now, I can get a closer look.
Can I open my items and look at the camera, or... I don't know how to do that yet. Oh!
What on earth is all the commotion?
There's a crime scene right across the street from us. Also, extremely creepy that we can see everybody. Oh, the neighbors are outside watching. Alright, well let's take a look at this crime scene. So, over here... Oh, I can take a photo or I can zoom. I'm really bad at keyboard stuff, so let me figure out where that is. Ah, gotcha. So, Charlotte May, bound during abduction. We got a rope here.
I'm not zoomed in enough to see.
Oh, okay, so I have to take a photo this close.
Bound during abduction. Dear God. Charlotte May, Mr. Morgan's daughter, has been kidnapped.
I thought her name was Marie, but maybe that was a different one. I forgot if it said if there was a time change or not. But anyway, so there's a rope. Got some lady smoking a cig over here. Can I take her picture?
Shirley Downs. She runs the Crow's Nest. Her office overlooks the courtyard.
So she might have been able to see something. We got this nosy ass old lady over here.
Old Mrs. Doer. She's usually peering through her window watching our neighbours. It's past her bedtime.
She can't see with her glasses. You know, she's got to get out here and get a nice good look. As close as she can. It's probably the most action she's seen in 40 years. Yeah, this bald guy.
Harold Levy owns most of the flats in Dahlia View. I wonder if he saw something.
So he owns the apartments here, or the flats, as they say. And we got, what does that say? Tony Morgan's blood. Blunt force trauma?
Oh, that's Tony Morgan's blood. Oh my God, I hope he's all right. Please let him be all right.
How do they know it's Tony Morgan's blood? Like, don't they gotta, like, take a swab of the blood, bring it back to the lab, like, figure it out? Like, they're like, oh, this is definitely Tony Morgan, for sure. What do we got here? Smash during attack?
Smashed plant pot. I must have slipped through it. I should have come to my window sooner.
Yeah, if you just came to the window, you wheelchair-bound Conway, you could have seen what happened. But I'm not gonna blame it on him and his poor legs, okay? It's not his fault. Who's this? So, there is no yellow square thingy around here, so... yeah, he's not gonna say anything when I take a picture. Alrighty. Who are you people?
Theodore and Annabelle McKee, I believe. I really should get to know my neighbors better.
Is that everything? Picture of the police car?
I wonder if Catherine is with them.
Who's Catherine? I wonder if it's gonna tell me if I took pictures of all the right things. Or what? Ah. What does that say? Possible chloroform drugging.
Might have to zoom in for a closer look.
I mean, it's a little close.
Chloroform? What on earth?
So, as we can see... oh wait, what are these lines here? Wait a second. Oh, never mind. So, this must be the house, right? Right? Came outside, smashed the pot. Came over here, hit somebody over the head. Maybe with the pot. Probably not. Then, came over here. The rag fell down from where he was chloroforming somebody. And then came over here, and then the ropes fell off? Why would they do that? I don't know. Am I finished? Yeah, leave observation.
A kidnapping right on my doorstep. Who doesn't bear thinking about? Imagine if it was Catherine. Time to pay my neighbors a visit and see what they know.
Alright, let's pay the neighbors a visit. Just check out this kitchen area. Notepad. Cool, our objectives and notes. Very interesting. Guys, I am loving this so far. I hope you guys are liking it too. I hope this game is good, because so far it's got me. Let's see. Something has happened at Dahlia View, but what? I need my camera to see what's going on, so I've already done that. Go to the window to find out what's happening. Talk to Dahlia View residents in the courtyard and find out what they know about Charlotte May's abduction. So we have to go down there and talk to them. And then these are all the different characters here. So we got Lady Doer. I'm gonna butcher this. Kiba, do you want to get out or not? Because you're gonna ruin the video if you keep moving. Sorry, I have my dog in my lap and it keeps moving. Lay down, honey. Lady Doer is an elderly widow who occupies the old manor house next door to the block of flats. Last we spoke, she seemed to have little time for me and handed me a brooch. Okay. She lives alone, and I think it's safe to say that most people in Dahlia View know little to nothing about her. Her house looks like the perfect place to hide someone. Old, dark, and mostly abandoned. Conway, you really think this old-ass lady just abducted somebody? You really think so? Okay. Shirley Downs. Shirley Downs, the little smoker on the side. Shirley Downs is the landlady of the Crow's Nest, the pub where the searchers for Charlotte May are meeting. Other than noise from the nightlife, I don't ever hear from her. She always looked like a confident person from afar. I was surprised to see how unnerved she was talking about Harold Levy. It'll be interesting to find out more about her when I can get around to it. Harold Levy. Harold Levy is my landlord, and the owner of Levy & Sons Garage. He holds a lot of power on Dahlia View. Until now, he's kept to himself and not given me a reason for concern. Most likely because I pay my rent on time. He was very rude when we spoke, and if looks were to go by, I wouldn't put much past that. Okay, so he's not a nice guy. I'm sure he didn't do it. I don't know. Annabelle McKee. Annabelle McKee is a housewife and married to Theodore. I believe her sister Shirley Downs is the landlady of the Crow's Nest, so Annabelle and Shirley are sisters. Annabelle seemed a little odd when we spoke, and had strong opinions of her neighbor Mrs. Doerr. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay. I wouldn't go as far to say as cruel, but she's clearly a person of harsh views, and seems over-eager to share. I don't know her well enough to judge just yet, but she has got my attention. So she loves gossip, and she's very judgmental. That is Annabelle. Theo, her husband. Theodore works at Levy & Sons Garage as a mechanic. On the odd occasion, I see him leave the gate carrying various musical instruments. When we spoke, he seemed to want his wife, Annabelle, to say a little less to me than she did. Perhaps he didn't want her to give something away. On the other hand, he did seem eager to join the search for the party. If experience has taught me anything at all, I should at least keep a sharp eye on him. All right. I don't know why it says all these notes here, because I haven't even talked to them yet. But, all right. Let's finagle our way over here, see what's going on. I cannot wait till I am using a controller. We got our fridge here. Riverport Pavilion, The Fall of a King. Ticket of admission, Saturday, June 26th. So it is a play. Looks like he has tickets to a play. 2 tickets. Who are you going with, Conway? Welcome to Pinwheel. Can I flip it around, or? I don't know how to flip it. Okay. Maybe that's not necessary. I'm not sure. Oh! I just went outside. Movement style. Camera centric. Standard. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just... Let's go with that. What is this one? Whatever that is, I don't like it. Okay, standard it is. Was I done in that house? Oh well, we're going. We're already out here. Go down the lift. Can I get this thing to go away? Yeah, I choose this one. Can we get this to go away? There we go. I don't know if I should, like, wheel around this entire place and see if there's anything I can click on. The stairs. Can't go that way. Can I? Nope. Alright, let's just go for the door. Let's get out there, do some investigating.
Charlotte May could only be 7 or 8 years old. Why would someone want to take her? It doesn't make any sense.
Woo! That was fun. Alright. Let's talk to these people over here.
Hello, Mr. Conway.
Good evening.
Terrible what's happened, isn't it?
So you know what happened?
They're looking for a kidnapper. A search is about to start in the Pine Woods.
My sister, Shirley, she owns the pub across the way. The searchers are all meeting there first.
What do you know about the kidnapping, Mr. Conway?
Not much. That's why I'm talking to the pair of you.
You should talk to the old busybody over in her big manor house.
Mrs. Doer.
She knows everything that goes on here. I wouldn't be surprised if she saw the kidnapper.
I wouldn't be surprised if she was the kidnapper.
That's an awful thing to say.
Well, have you seen her?
Yeah,
Always
old ass
fawning over
lady.
That little girl. All alone in that big house. Plenty of room to hide someone.
I can see that you've put a lot of thought into this, Mrs. McKee.
A little too much, love.
Well, I'm not the only one who thinks it.
Oh, blast. What time is it?
It must be a little after midnight by now, surely.
The search is starting without me. I have to get my coat. You'll forgive me, Mr. Conway?
Yes, good night.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
We'll talk again soon.
Part of me does not want to suspect the old ass lady, but I haven't spoken to her yet. The only reason why we could suspect this couple is because Theo was trying to get her to stop talking about it and stop saying such things. Trying to play like the nice guy act, right? Which could mean that they have the little girl kidnapped in their house because they're trying to search for her, they want to help the cause, you know? So it's possible. Maybe Annabelle can't have kids. Maybe Annabelle wanted a kid of her own. Interesting. Can I, look at this. Signs of a struggle.
So the kidnapper smashed this during the altercation.
Hold on. I am going to turn it down a little bit because I don't know if you guys can tell, but the dialogue is so fucking loud in my ears. Alright. I guess that's all you had to say about that. I wish this was more of like a point and click style so that I didn't have to wheel my body all around, but it's doable. We're doing it.
Mr. Morgan must have taken quite a hit.
So, Tony Morgan's blood. Who's Tony Morgan? So a little kid was kidnapped, but somebody named Tony Morgan was attacked out here? I'm gonna talk to Mrs. Doer next, because that is who I'm interested in.
It never fails to amaze me what some people are capable of.
Let's go see what this little old lady has to say for herself.
Excuse me, Mr. Conway. May I have a moment?
Of course you can.
Do you know what's happened?
Never mind all that. Your daughter is a police officer, is she not?
She is.
Here, I found this.
What? A brooch? Okay, wait a second. Here's the brooch. So, for some reason, my little notebook with all my notes already has all the notes in it before I even talked to everybody, so that's strange. But anyway, she's handing me a brooch.
What's this then?
A brooch. I found it on the floor here. It probably belonged to that poor girl. Thought I'd better pick it up before Shirley Downs gets her mitts on it.
What do you mean by that?
Never mind. Perhaps you can make sure it finds its way to your daughter.
I will, and thank you for telling me.
Just doing my duty.
Can you tell me what you meant about Shirley?
Good night, Mr. Conway.
Did you see anything else at all?
Just make sure to give your daughter that brooch.
So, I guess she could be the kidnapper, and she could have planted that brooch as evidence that she didn't do it, because she said she found it. But she could also have stolen it. I don't know.
Who would tie up a small child?
So they tied up the small child and then untied her here? Or she wiggled free? I don't know why there's rope on the ground. I don't know. Hello, Shirley Downs.
Miss Downs, do you have a moment?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I can come back if you need some time.
No, it's fine. I'm just... I can't believe this is happening so close to home. Well, maybe I can.
What do you mean by that?
Not everyone in Dahlia View is as they seem, Mr. Conway.
Miss Downs, who are you referring to?
That son of a bitch right there, with the smug look on his face.
Mr. Levy?
Why not? I mean, what do you really know about him?
Well, I pay him my rent once a fortnight, but no other than that. I didn't really speak to the man.
Well, sadly I do. He's up to something. You must have noticed all the strange deliveries, coming and going at night.
You think he took Charlotte May?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sorry. Miss Downs, what are you basing this on?
Experience, Mr. Conway. You'll excuse me, I need to help the police with their search.
What experience? So, everybody suspects somebody else, which is really funny. So, Annabelle suspects it's the old lady. The old lady suspects it's Shirley Downs. Shirley Downs thinks it's the bald guy over here. So, I'm guessing it's probably none of everybody. None of them. Why was that so hard to say?
Good evening, Mr. Levy.
Evening.
How strange times we live in when a girl can be taken on her doorstep.
You ain't wrong. It's a bloody mess.
Did you see what happened at all?
Nah.
How well did you know Charlotte May? You lived next door. You must have seen her a lot.
I hope they're going to clean all this mess up tonight. I've got a business to run.
I'm sure this must be a great inconvenience to you.
That reminds me. Rent day tomorrow. Don't be late.
I haven't forgotten.
Good. Keep it that way, and we'll get along just fine.
May I ask what you were doing tonight?
No.
There's Mr. Morgan.
I don't think it was Mr. Levy either. He does seem like he's doing some shady business. But it's probably not smuggling children, it's probably smuggling some other things. Mr. Morgan.
Hello, Mr. Morgan. My name is Robert Conway. I live in flat 23.
Yes, I've seen you around, Mr. Conway.
Well, you see, I thought I'd better come over and check you're okay. Some of our neighbors seem to be content just to stare. I'm so sorry to hear about your daughter.
Very kind of you. I'm sorry, but I'm late joining the search. I've been talking to the police for over an hour.
Of course, I understand. The police officer you spoke to was most likely my daughter.
Is that so?
Yes, she's a very determined young lady. If anyone is going to find your daughter, it's her. I was once a private investigator myself, so I know how her mind works.
Well, it's comforting to know I'm surrounded by such competent minds, Mr. Conway.
I'd like to offer my services too, if you'd permit me.
That's very kind, but I don't have money, I'm afraid.
Mr. Morgan, no. I'm a father myself. I meant to say that I'm at your disposal.
Very generous, but the police said that...
All I'd be doing is observing and talking to people. And if I find anything, I'll be sure to share it with Catherine.
Catherine?
My daughter, the police officer.
Right, of course.
That reminds me. I have this brooch. Does this mean anything to you?
That's Charlotte May's.
Do you see how the simplest detail can be overlooked? Even by the police. Best to have as many eyes on the case, in my experience.
I see your point. May I have it back, please?
Would you mind if I kept onto it for a day or so, in case it proves to have some use?
Yes, of course. If you think it would help. I would very much like you to return it, though.
As soon as I have something to report back to you. You have my word.
So, where do you suppose you'd begin?
Well, right here.
In Dahlia View?
Yes. It's my experience that it's usually someone who knows the victim.
Do you mean to tell me that one of my neighbours has my girl?
Oh, no. I'm merely saying that it's a logical place to start.
Now I see. That's why the police searched my house. Because I'm a suspect, I suppose.
That's the way it works, I'm sorry to say.
So they're not even looking for the real kidnapper?
I can assure you they will be.
Tell me, Mr. Conway, and be honest. Are you going to look for my girl?
I promise you. I'll stop at nothing until I find her. For now, I need you to think of anyone who could have taken Charlotte May.
I don't know.
Think. Anyone or anything at all.
Mr. Conway, who do you know who could do such a thing?
You see your point. Well, for now, perhaps try to get some rest. Charlotte May needs you to be strong for her.
You'll excuse me, Mr. Conway. I'm going to join the search and find my little girl.
That's fair enough, Mr. Morgan. Good night, and good luck.
Good night, Mr. Conway.
But we haven't even talked about why his blood is on the ground. Like, what happened? Did he get smashed with the pot? What did he get knocked out like while they were like coming into the house and then some person stole the girl? What happened? All right, where do I go now? Also, how do I open up my my little journal? I don't know what the controls are. Oh, okay, it's tab. So, something has happened. So I guess it's pronounced Dahlia View. I keep saying Dahlia. I think I'm just gonna keep saying Dahlia. So something has happened at Dahlia View. No other notes here, as far as I can see. Am I supposed to go back home now?
Dad?
Catherine. I thought I might bump into you tonight.
Well, I shouldn't be here, what with you living so close. Conflict of interest and all.
Are you finished here?
Almost, yes. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. It's poor Charlotte May I'm worried about. Anyway, look at you. I rarely get to see you in your uniform. You look good.
Thank you. I wish it was a little more comfortable.
Catherine, can I ask, what have you found?
I'm not allowed to tell you. You know that. Besides, I don't have all the details myself, and my sergeant isn't exactly forthcoming with new recruits.
Hang in there. You're an asset. They'll come to see how intelligent you are.
Thank you. All I can say is that it looks as though Tony Morgan's daughter has been kidnapped.
Awful news. May I ask why they're searching the Pine Woods? Do they know where the kidnapper went?
No. It's a dead end. We're clueless, but we can't be seen to be doing nothing. And the locals suggested the woods, so...
Dear God. I perhaps wonder if I should talk to my neighbours again.
Hang on, again?
Yes, Catherine, I've been thinking, and...
Dad!
What?
I know this is happening on your doorstep, but please don't get any ideas.
Well, I'm a naturally curious person, you know that.
You don't do this anymore. Leave it to us. please.
Well, do the police have any ideas?
Dad, I mean it. Don't get involved.
Well, I'd like to help
I
you.
want to do this on my own.
I didn't realize what this means to you.
I meant to say, I want to do it the right way. By the book. Please promise me.
Hell nah.
Okay. I promise. I'll leave the police work up to you.
Thank you. Anyway, I'd better be off. I have to make a statement before the morning press. My sergeant is finally trusting me with something.
Well, you'd better hurry. I'll look out for your article in the morning paper.
Right. I'm off. Please go back inside. You'll catch a chill.
Night, my love.
Night, Dad.
We about to break a promise, because I'm talking to those neighbors.
The last thing I want is to upset Catherine.
But I'm gonna do it
I can tell
anyway.
how serious she is about her case. I've never seen her so driven.
Conway, we really gonna go
I
inside?
suppose I'll still develop the photos I've taken of the crime scene.
I'm disappointed.
I might have captured something that the police did not. And I won't be stepping on Catherine's toes if I stay in my flat and out of the way.
Conway's flat the next morning. We are stepping on some toes or wheeling over them. I don't care. We're doing it. I'm too invested.
The police have marked out several pieces of evidence that are likely related to the attack. However, Mrs. Doer handed me a brooch that was found at the scene. Mr. Morgan later confirmed it belonged to Charlotte May. Could the brooch be a missing piece of the puzzle?
Could it be? Answer question to solve evidence board. Connect the pin from the question to the relevant piece of evidence. Oh, I can move stuff around. It's interesting. Where did Mrs. Doer say she found the brooch? She said she found it on the ground, right? Like, I don't even think she said exactly. Did she say just like, I found it right here? I don't know. What is... It's interesting. What is okay. Connect the evidence to the... Alright, wait a second. So, there's a the garbage is here with, like, the pot, blood, and them. And then over here... Yeah, she said she found it here, right? I feel like it was, like, right here. Like, she was like, I found it right here. Or am I lying? Maybe it was over here. Nah, it has to be here, because Mrs. Doer does not leave her house very often, so she came out here and just saw it sitting. So we're gonna...
I wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped
Yeah,
could help
yeah.
build a better picture of the attacker's movements.
We're gonna do
I
that.
wonder if finding where the brooch was dropped could help build a better picture
Okay.
of the attacker's movements.
Let's review this theory. Solved! Look at me!
If Mrs. Doer was right about where she found the brooch, it means the kidnapper must have come past her manor house at some point during the abduction. I forgot to give Catherine the brooch. There just hasn't been a good time.
Or you kept it for yourself, Conway.
Sounds like I have mail.
We have mail. But I can also look at my little wall over here. It's just pictures of everybody. Oops, not that way.
Oh, what's this?
Oop, how do I flip things? I'm sorry, guys. What is the flip button? God. I'm so confused. What do I do? How do I look at this piece of metal? I'm an idiot. You're supposed to move it the way that you walk, like with like the WASD keys. Anyway, we'll figure it out, guys. What does this say? Suspects. I apologize for my shortness last night, Mr. Conway. I realized that you were trying to help me. I've already told the police, but the only people who I think could have taken my Charlotte May are our neighbors. The McKees, Harold Levy, Shirley Downs, and old Mrs. Dower all have access to the courtyard. You said yourself, and I think you might be onto something. More eyes on the case can only be a good thing. Thank you again for offering your help. So that's the father. He sent me a letter.
Mr. Morgan's note implicates most of his neighbors. I had suspected as much, but now I have something solid to work with.
We got a picture.
Catherine has asked me not to get involved. But I've already promised Mr. Morgan I'll find Charlotte May.
But we promised our daughter too!
Should have told Catherine there and then. I'm already involved.
I'm gonna get you, Charlotte May. Don't you worry. Katie's on the case.
I can feel it again. That drive, that first pull at the yarn. It's all on this evidence board. Suspects, victims, items found at the scene. I have everything. All that remains is to watch over my neighbors until one of them makes a mistake, and I can still give Catherine her space. If the whole town is searching the Pinewoods, someone needs to keep an eye over Dahlia View.
You guys, I'm in love with this. This is so, like, exactly what I'm looking for. At least in my own personal perspective. Like, I love games like this. I love a mystery. Like, this is it. And I really hope you guys are enjoying it too, because that would be really anticlimactic if, like, nobody liked this. But I love it so far. Now, before we get into this, is there a save option? Alright, let's watch this scene and then hopefully it'll save.
I've been sitting watching my neighbors on and off for hours, but I've seen nothing of any use for my evidence board. Tony Morgan suggested that the McKees were acting strangely around Charlotte May. I heard Theodore return home earlier this evening, but didn't manage to get a glimpse. Charlotte May is counting on me to find her, but so far I've drawn a blank. Perhaps the McKees are innocent. Only time will tell.
Alright, I'm gonna return to the start menu. Okay, perfect. So it saves on its own. Alright, you guys, so I am really enjoying this. I'm enjoying this a lot. I hope you guys are too. I hope you want to see the next part. All I want to do right now is keep playing, but I have to end this video for now. And let me know in the comments if you're enjoying it. You can download this game on Steam right now, I believe, for $30. So if you're interested in this, you should definitely get it. I'm really, really thankful to the creators who sent it to me, because I don't know if I would have went out of my way to buy it. I don't have a lot of money right now. So I'm just really honored that they sent it to me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.